Hey Pisces, what's up? It's your girl B Wade and welcome back to my channel, Magnetic Healing Tarot. Today I have a special reading for you guys. It's a soul diving reading, as you can see. I really wanted to just do a little tapping into our energies to see where some of our biggest blockages are hindering us, so that way we can really work on that coming into the new year. All right, I know that these messages aren't always as fun as the love readings maybe, or the general messages, but these are the readings that's going to really help us grow, so that way we can get that love and those finances that we want. So just rock out with me, y'all, to the end. And like, I know that messages could possibly get deep, but let's just roll with it. All right, so I was getting a lot of messages beforehand from pre-shuffle and from meditation. And so I'm about to just give them to y'all. All right. So I was getting that you may need to start setting some boundaries, Pisces, between yourself and the people around you, between maybe you and your friends, you and your environment, you and your community. Especially with that full moon in Gemini that just happened. It's affecting everybody differently, but you know, Gemini pretty much rules community and friends and cousins, siblings, all of that stuff, right? So these may be people who you need to set boundaries with coming up in the next coming months, Pisces. Also, I'm getting that you may need to start taking more accountability for where you lack. That could also be in regards to needing to take the accountability to accept when you've allowed certain people to stay in your presence too long. You know, learning when to take accountability for the fact that you've allowed certain people to overstay their welcome. I was getting that message as well. I was also seeing you're having some problems with intimacy for some of you guys. And this isn't me having problems with sex, but, you know, having a problem actually being intimate with people, vulnerable, that soft, you know, openness that to love and to another person. I feel like a lot of you guys have been having that issue, but I've been seeing that come out for a lot of signs lately. And so check out your moon and your rising sign as well, all right? Because it'd be messages in that too. And another message I was getting, I'm probably gonna forget some, to be honest. I was seeing, when I was meditating, I was seeing a fish floating through the air, which, you know, go figure. I wasn't surprised. I feel like a lot of you guys could be having really vivid dreams lately, possibly even lucid dreaming for some of you. And some of you, I was getting, some of you are like watching cartoons lately, or like watching cartoons for the first time, something like that. But whatever. Okay, let's get into these messages. I know I forgot a message or two, but oh, you guys are also about to be really solid and stable. All right, I saw the Queen of Pentacles. So what we're going to do here, after all of those messages, I hope that something in that resonates for you guys. But we're going to do a 5-card spread, all right? And it's just going to help us take a look at what is really blocking us, all right? God, Spirit, Universe, Angels, and Ancestor Guides, here for my highest good. Please bring in the clearest and most concise messages that my Pisces need to know coming into this new year, all right? Give me the 5-card spread. God, Spirit, Universe, and Angels, and my highest good. Ooh, what's the message going to be? I'm so intrigued, honestly. I feel like the water signs are going to have similar messages, because that's what happened with the earth signs and the air signs. They had like very overlapping messages. Wow. Just fast forward, Pisces, because honestly, the cards do not want to fall out. Where does this even go? And they gave me 5 cards. I don't even know which way. Okay, this goes at the top. Okay. I hope that this is the order. But these are the 5 cards. Okay, wow. Wow. I knew this was going to be deep, but damn, Pisces. Okay. So, damn. Another sign literally had these same 2 cards. And I think in this same position. It could have been Aquarius because I just did this. Wow, that's going to be nuts. Okay, I'm sorry. I was taking a minute to process this. Okay. So, Pisces. It's hard for you to set boundaries with people. It's hard for you to maybe get certain people out of your environment. It's maybe hard for you to finally cut certain people out of your life because you're having a hard time feeling as though you are enough. And on a surface level, it may not feel that way. You may be living life and feel like you're feeling fine or looking fine to everybody. But underneath it all, there is this little void that makes you go overboard or makes you do things for people excessively, that makes you, you know, go above and beyond for people close to you or for people who you really want to keep by your side, right? And you can be doing that to your detriment, all right? And if you think about the reason why you're really doing it, you'll see that it's FOMO, fear of missing out, you know? The fear of, if I don't do this for them, they're not going to stay. If I don't do this for them, they're going to leave me. If they and you feel that way because of some sort of course, deep-rooted trauma. I can see it with the weeping wounds here. Definitely some childhood issues of abandonment problems. You know, very common issue for pretty much a lot of people, right? And that deep-rooted insecurity of feeling like maybe I'm not enough. And y'all, I swear I shuffled the crap out of these cards. Like, I swear. If you watched I think it was the Aquarius reading. I really don't remember. But if you watch one of the air signs readings and you like, wow, these have the same placements as the Pisces, like, I am not, like, I swear, these videos are so far from each other. Anyway, back to the point. Pisces, you're enough. This is card 20. I heard some of you guys are in your 20th year. I heard 20 times 2, so 40th year. You are born enough, Pisces. All right? Look at how beautiful she is. I think Virgos got this card too when I did their reading last week. And I'm like, look at how beautiful you are. Majestic. Majestic. Very powerful. She's beautiful, if you ask me. And it's not just, you know, how she looks or because she's fair-skinned, but it's the colors on her. It's the wings. It's the light that's illuminating her. This is you, Pisces. The light illuminates you. So you don't ever need to feel like you're not enough. But me telling you that isn't enough. You have to feel that for yourself. You have to start to ask yourself, why do you go overboard? Why do you do things excessively for others? You know? Why do you feel like you need to diminish yourself for other people to stay with you? You know? Why don't you feel like you're enough? I kind of want to read this card. Let me see. Yeah. traumas could be making you subconsciously feel like you're not enough. And so you can be going overboard to the sense that, like, you're faking certain things. Like, you're doing certain things because you feel obligated. Like, I feel like I have to do this in this dynamic. I feel like I have to do this in this friendship. I feel like I have to do this because we're family. I feel like I have to do this because we're coworkers, or whatever the case is for you. I feel like I have to do this because we're lovers, you know? And not doing things from a space of genuinity. And just, not that it's not genuine on your part, but it's kind of it's like a little, it's doing it with like a little piece of bait on the end of it. Kind of wanting to bribe a person to be here with you, to stay here with you, to do something, you know, to be around you. Because you feel like if they leave, then it just proves that you're not enough. And that this is a common theme you're feeling for yourself. You're feeling like it's a common theme of people leaving, and makes you feel like, well, it was you. You were the problem. You don't feel like you're enough now. And that's not the case, you know? And if you do feel like this is a common theme, it's time to get to the root of why you're subconsciously putting yourself in these situations repetitively. And you may not want to hear that, but that's the truth. And that's where the accountability comes in, of needing to understand, okay, even if we aren't doing all of the damage in the relationship, at least from our perspective, why do you feel like you keep attracting the same type of people or relationships or friendships or situations to you? You know, there's something there that you're doing that you're not learning from yet. And it could be learning when to cut people off. All right, learning that you don't need anybody else around you for you to feel like you're enough. And that brings me to this position. This card in this position asks, what important aspect of the issue am I not seeing? And it's exactly what I've been saying. Radical self-acceptance. Like, 3 signs have gotten this card. I don't remember all 3, honestly. But card number 29. It says, you are perceived the way you perceive yourself, Pisces. So what you think of yourself is what people take you for. So if you are always doing the most and being excessive, people are going to take you for that. I feel like that's what people are going to begin to expect from you. They have this expectation of you to bring something, and then you feel like you have to fulfill that order or fulfill that desire to do something for other people, to be something that you're not fully. And it's because you're not accepting all of your past wounds and traumas. You're not accepting the fact that you have these deep-rooted issues that you're going to have to dig deep and grab. And I just said this to another sign. You're not going to want to do it. People don't want to do this, you know? But it's the necessary. You can't say you want to be great and that you want to reach the top and you want to have all of these grand things in your life if you aren't willing to take the grand steps it takes to remove the blockages to get there. You know, these are some big ass boulders that you need to move up off your path, because these are some deep-rooted traumas that's just been laying there. And I feel like you look at them through a really foggy mirror or a really foggy glass, you know? I'm seeing, like, you know, one of those rough, like, glass windows, but it's like a design and it's kind of foggy. You're like looking at it through one of those, if you know what I'm talking about. Like like a fake china piece or something. And so you're not looking at your traumas clearly, Pisces. You're not looking at your issues clearly. You think you know what the root of your issues are. You think you know exactly what it is that's hurting you and where everything is stemming from. And you don't fully know everything, if I'm being honest. And it may hurt to hear this, it may be hard to hear this, but you do know, you have a very great idea of where a lot of this is stemming from. However, because you're not fully looking at them clearly and perceiving them properly, you know, you may need to go in and do a little bit of a perspective shift and kind of go into that hermit or hangman mode, you know, Pisces energy, hangman. Go into it for a little bit and understand why you're trapping yourself in this cycle, because you don't need to, you know. There's a sacrifice that needs to be made here. And you need to, if the hangman falls out after this, when I clarify, boy, man, my predictions are A1. I'm just going to tell you that. But you may need to go into this hangman energy and really, understand yourself more, Pisces. Understand yourself more through whatever wounds you're trying to keep buried. Because I feel like some of you guys know that they're there. Like I said, you're looking at them, and I feel like they do surface for you every so often. And it may put you in a very sour space when they surface, or it may make you a bit sad or, you know, moody and depressed when it happens. But it's time to go in within for real, and really address them, you know? And this card position asks, what are my resources? This position is on what do I need to focus my attention on, which is the trauma and the wounds that I've been talking about. And this position asks, what are your resources? And this is sharing. I almost said family and caring, but you guys have people around you who really do care about you. But I do keep seeing this message of having a trickster around you. Like, this is nuts, because I've seen this message from other readers like a lot in the past few months. And I don't want to believe this for myself, because I am also a Pisces, but I'm like, damn, like, because you don't want to have to remove certain people because you know that you love these people. But it's like when it's time to face the music, when it's time to really like understand that this is a part of the cycle that you're trapping yourself in, is not knowing when to cut certain people off, not knowing when to stop doing for people, not knowing how to pull back your energy and reserve it for yourself and save it for you, and not stress over someone else's issues or someone else's problems, not being someone's saving grace, you know. And it doesn't matter how much you love them, you feel me? But you cannot always be somebody else's superhero. How are they going to learn how to be their own superhero? How are they going to learn when to save themselves? You know? And sometimes people don't actually want to save themselves. And so you try to be someone else's superhero to your own detriment. When you're trying to help save them, you're trying to help put them on the right path, that now you're stressing out. You're not focusing on the things that you wanted to focus on for yourself. You're not working on that business idea that you said that you had. You're now 2 weeks behind on a project that you said you wanted to start. You feel me? Because you've been spending your time helping somebody else, stressing over their issues. You know, because you want to show them that you're down, because you want to show them that through this all, you've been holding them down, you've been the ride or die, you're the one that they need to be around, that they need to be loyal to. But you cannot force people. You can't force people's loyalty. You can't force people's goodwill and good nature. If some people are just simply not built that way. They're not built the same as you. They're not like you, you know? And you have to understand that. And I know you want to see the good in people. I understand, because I'm the same way. I really am. But it gets to the point where we have to really open our eyes and accept the truth of what it is. And it hurts. But that delusional little bubble that we sometimes live in, a lot of times live in, let's be honest, we need to come up out of it. And that includes in regards to the people that you love and care about. Because even though you love and care about them, everybody don't care about you the same way. Everybody isn't rocking with you the same way you rocking with them, and how you think that they should be rocking with you. I'm sorry. And so you need to share more with the people around you who you know for fact that you can trust. And I'm hearing that this is hard for some of you, because you're like, well, who is the person that I can't trust? You have an idea, so go with your gut feeling. Stop like trying to go past it. And this is card 33. You could be seeing 333 a lot. Sharing says there is giving and receiving and giving. I'm also hearing that share your story, Pisces. Look, at the bottom of the deck, we have Spirit Self. Number 1, the first card. Be who you are as you are. It couldn't be more perfect to top off this whole reading. Be who you are. You don't need to fake who you are for other people. Because the last position, as the card says, what do I need to do differently? And we have trusting tricksters. Trusting tricksters. You need to stop trusting tricksters. Card number 6, it says, the trickster's only power is your trust. You are always free to withdraw it. Whew, one more time. The trickster's only power is your trust. You are always free to withdraw it. Stop trusting these people. It's people you need to stop trusting, Pisces. Stop telling people your business. Stop telling people your next business move, your next business step, your next plan, because you cannot trust everybody. And it's time to fully accept your feelings and how you feel about certain people around you and in your environment. And it's going to be time for you to cut them off, you know? Stop trying to hold on to people for their benefit, because that's what some of you are really doing. You're holding on to people for their benefit, so that way they don't feel hurt, so that way they don't feel bad about all of this. And yeah, you're going to probably feel a bit of a way too, because you do care about these people or this person. But overall, at the end of the day, you know that you'll be way more better off without this person than they will be without you. And you know that. And you feel that. You know that you don't really need this person around you. You're going to still thrive regardless. This person is more so thriving off of you, or because of you, or from you. You feel me? That's really what I'm getting here. So what you need to do is withdraw your trust from these people and these tricksters. You need to withdraw your energy from going overboard and being excessive and doing the most to keep people around. All right? That's what needs to happen here. We're going to get some clarity with the tarot deck now. All right, Pisces, God, Spirit, Universe, Angels, and Ancestor Guides, please give me some clarity for the cards that we have already on the table for my Pisces, God, Spirit, Universe, Angels, and Ancestor Guides. Okay, this Chariot card wants to come out. This, okay. This is what, okay. This is here. And this one. Oh, yep. You feel like you've been hitting roadblocks, Pisces. But you have to just keep going. You have to keep going. You can't let the roadblocks stop you. You have to heal properly. You're not healing properly. These cards fell out a certain way. So I'm going to read the energies of them upright and reverse, to be honest with you, because that's the way I'm feeling it. I saw this card in pre-shuffle, like I said, the Queen of Pentacles. And it fell out again with the Empress. But I feel like you guys, Pisces, is just really clarifying everything that I said. You have a lot, even if you don't feel like it all the time, which is what I feel like with the Enough card. You don't feel like you are this stature of a person that you are. You don't feel like because where you may want to be, or where you perceive yourself to be at in life, you may not feel like you're enough, but the world doesn't see that. The world doesn't see you that way. And so you go overboard. You do the most. You're excessive in your endeavors and in your efforts. You don't take care of yourself all the time. You don't nurture yourself. All right. You're sitting on these wounds that you know are there. And you don't take care of you. You don't fully accept who you are. Some of you guys are having this blockage of figuring out who you are. Some of you guys know deep down intuitively exactly who you are. Some of you do, all right? But there are some of you who do not really know who you are without your friends, or without a certain person, or a certain lover, or without this best friend that you've known forever, or without this tattoo, or without this nickname. I don't know why I heard that. That's something so random and weird, but I feel like that's going to resonate with somebody. Some of you guys don't, if you detach from certain things, you wouldn't really know exactly who you are and what you will do in your everyday life. Like if you had a day where you were disconnected from everybody, you just woke up and you couldn't contact your parents, you couldn't contact your friends, you couldn't contact your coworkers, you couldn't contact old classmates, old neighbors, anybody that you knew, and you just were out in the world on your own, you wouldn't really know what to do. You wouldn't know who you were in that moment. You wouldn't know where to go first. You wouldn't know if you wanted to go to the coffee shop first, if you wanted to go to yoga, if you wanted to go to pottery class, if you wanted to go to the store, to the mall. You would be like, who am I? What activities do I want to do? And some of you guys need to really zone in and figure out who it is that you want to be and who you are and how you come off to the world. You know, is this person who you're claiming yourself to be? Is this who you're actually showing yourself to be to the world? You know, you have to start to really be conscious of your image too and what you're putting out there, especially if people are looking at you, Pisces, and looking at you in a high regards, looking at you in a high sense of putting you, you know, on a certain platform or a pedestal. So if you're going to be in that light, like I said at the beginning, this light that's illuminating on you, who are you? Because when it's your time to shine, what are you going to show to people? What are you going to bring to the world? Huh, Pisces? It's your time to shine, baby. You have to have the strength to share with the people around you. And some of you guys, it's saying, like I said, to share your story. You're going to really have to have the strength to share your story. Some of you guys are like, no, I don't want to do that. And that could go for me, honestly. That part could be for me. Because I know I don't like to reveal too much of my personal business, honestly. Especially because I feel like I've been through a lot of social media drama in my days. And so after a while, you just kind of like lose interest in like dibbling and dabbling and putting certain information out there, because people try to use things against you. And it's just really saying you're going to have to share your story. You're going to have to open up. You're going to have to be vulnerable about your struggles and the paths that you had to go through and the things that you went through, trusting the wrong people, and the path that you've been on for forever, and how you've worked your way out of that, and how you got the light to shine back on you, you know? And you're going to have the strength to know who you can trust and who you can share with. And you also going to have to know how to receive that. Okay? Because a lot of you guys don't know how to also receive it. You're so used to giving it, that you don't know how to receive it back. And you have to have the strength to know when to receive, to know when you're doing too much, and to know when to allow other people to pour into you too, Pisces. All right? Because the right people will want to do it without any strings attached. So remember that, because the wrong people won't. And for this last position, this is saying you need to stop trusting these tricksters ASAP, baby. ASAP, no Rocky. You need to snip, ho, snip, ho. You need to cut them off. You need to get to the cut off, all right? Get them scissors. I just told somebody else to get them big scissors. All right, Pisces. All right, so let me get y'all some advice before I get y'all up out of here. I hope these messages were very relevant and very helpful. All right, look, speak up, right? Stop. Oh, gosh, man. Man, you're going to let go and enjoy. You're going to have to just literally not give a crap or give an F about how somebody else is going to feel. And just say what you have to say and speak up and let it be known that you don't change tracks, that you don't trust people, make no judgments. What's back here? Accept disappointments gracefully. One more time. Accept disappointments gracefully. Wow. What? Focus on success. What does that say to you, Pisces? This light is about to shine on you for real. Oh, wow. Some of you guys need to pull back. Yeah. You're going to need to pull back from people with this retreat card. Oh, and that's another message I had. The forgiveness card came out before. Face your adversities. There's people you're going to have to really forgive to get yourself to the top as well. You're going to have to forget a lot of things and let things go. Like I told Gemini and someone else, go with the flow. Like I told them, just because you forgive a person does not mean you have to keep talking to them. It does not mean you have to stay buddy with them. Like, you don't need to stay coochie crunch with this person. Like, you don't need to remain their best friend. Or you don't need to, you know, go see them at all the family functions or hang out with them as closely anymore. Whatever the case is for you. But you can coexist with them. And that's what people need to understand, the difference. You don't, just because you don't like a person or you don't want to be around them anymore, it doesn't mean that you can't forgive them. And it doesn't mean that you can't coexist with them. You don't have to exert your energy toward them, but you also don't have to exert your energy toward them in a negative way. All right? So just remember that. And with that being said, I love you all. Peace, love. Oh, and by the way, I do offer $7 readings, and I do post more frequently on my Instagram. I probably won't be posting, yes, I will. Anyway, I post pretty much every week on my Instagram, so check all of that out. If any of that interests you, it's all linked down below in the description box. All right, like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace and love and chicken grease, and I'm out.